Alright, kids, and here we are at the finale. And the music I used for the intro for this stream is actually the ending theme for, well, the original version of Snatcher. It was the MSX port. But it's... The reason I used it is because the original version of the game didn't have a third act. Everything that happened at the end of Act 2 was the ending of the game. It ended on a cliffhanger. It ended with Junker HQ in shambles. And in fact, that little bit on the end with Jamie and her video phone call wasn't in there. It just ended with, like, Mika sobbing over Harry and Gillian just looking off into the distance. And that's where the game ended. Smash to black, roll credits. The game didn't get a third act until the PC Engine port. And subsequently the Sega CD port, which we're playing. So everything you're seeing tonight was brand new back in 1994. Anyway, without further ado, what do you say we end this thing? This is going to be the shortest of the 3 streams. So welcome back to the third and final night of OG DLC expand. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so the original game ended on a very dark note. And here we go again. Welcome to Act 3, everybody. I know, I love it too.
With the start of this year's Kyoto Summit just 3 hours away, the delegates from the participating countries are beginning to arrive at the conference center.
I'm gonna put the controller down. This is actually a long scene.
A major poll of domestic and international opinion, carried out just last week, shows that the vast majority of respondents favor a complete quarantine of Neo Kobe as a means to combat the risk of the Snatcher menace.
Now that the Chief's death has been confirmed, it won't be long before they strip us of our Junker authorization.
They will be deciding how to handle Neo Kobe at the summit in just 3 hours.
There are rumors that they're going to use nukes on the city to make sure the Snatchers are wiped out.
That's ridiculous. Come on, this is the 21st century.
That may not be as improbable as it seems. The world's leaders are extremely concerned about the Snatcher problem.
The Chief was going to calm this hysteria in his speech at the summit, but that'll never happen now.
3 months ago, government pressure on Junker operations increased dramatically. Gilian's transfer here was really our last chance.
Our own chief was snatched. It's not too surprising they don't want to trust us anymore.
I've heard that the Army and FBI are going to take over operations now.
We're totally
That's correct.
boned.
That too will be officially decided in 3 hours' time.
3 hours, eh? Is there any way we can find their hideout in that time?
If we don't, we and everybody else in this city are finished.
As far as they're concerned, we're just like a cancerous tumor that has to be cut out.
We have to hit the Snatchers' headquarters before then.
Gillian, can you do it?
Hey, Rob.
If we only knew where it was, I should be able to manage something.
Hitting their outposts like Queen's Hospital won't do any good. We have to find their main nerve center.
What about the memory of that Snatcher who was impersonating the chief?
Just like the others, it was completely blanked. It's a form of self-destruct mechanism that they use.
Wait a minute. Mental. What about tracing that video phone call from Jamie?
It was no good. The call didn't last long enough. Still, it definitely did come from within the city.
Damn. Where are they hiding?
Gillian, can't Don't you remember anything at all? Didn't Jamie say something that implied you were somehow connected to the Snatchers?
Nothing. I can't remember a damn thing. Metal, I want you to tell me everything you know about me. Why was I sent to Junker headquarters? Where did I come from?
Gillian.
Metal, the chief's dead. Tell me everything you know about me.
Well, you see...
Metal!
All right. With the chief gone, you are the highest-ranking officer here.
Damn right.
You knew all along?
Of course.
Where were we rescued from?
3 years ago, you and Jamie were taken into protective custody in the Siberian Neutral Zone by the 17th Siberian Investigative Force. More precisely, you were discovered in cryogenic sleep pods in an underground bunker near Moscow.
Cryogenic sleep pods? You mean they were frozen?
This is a photograph of the bunker. There is no record of when you were placed there. In addition, the third pod was empty at the time you were discovered.
There were 3 pods?
You were revived and taken into custody by the army. Apparently, as a result of the extended sleep, both of you suffered from complete amnesia. However, another theory suggests your memories may have been intentionally erased. This is the only piece of evidence found at the site.
That's Harry's picture, from when he was a kid.
Yep.
That's correct. Harry is Gillian and Jamie's son. It's been confirmed by DNA tests.
Harry? Harry was my son?
Using the information gained from the photo, it was established that you are Gillian's seed, and your wife, Jamie Lorraine. Both of you are American citizens, born in the late 1960s.
The 1960s?
In addition, both of you vanished without a trace in 1989. There is no other information available about you after that.
1989?
Yes, you come from a world that's been gone for 50 years.
But what does that have to do with the Snatchers?
When the 17th Special Investigative Force was bringing the two of you out, there was an accident. Though the two of you were all right, most of the 17th was killed. One of them was a Snatcher. Of course, before their departure, they all underwent thorough examinations. So, if one of them was snatched...
It had to be somewhere in Siberia, right?
That's correct. And in order to attempt to determine the origin of the Snatcher, as well as your true identities, you were assigned to Junker headquarters. The hope was that exposure to the Snatchers would help you regain your memories.
Moscow? 50 years ago?
Almost everyone who was in Moscow at the time was killed in the catastrophe.
So Gillian and Jamie are the only living witnesses?
The Summer of Lovely's to cyber dystopia.
Harry was my son. Did he know?
Yep.
No,
And now he
it was highly
died in
classified
your arms.
information. He was never told.
I was never able to do anything for him.
Wait a minute, Gillian. Didn't Jamie say something about taking a boy hostage?
That's right. They must know about Harry and are using him to threaten her.
We have to find their headquarters quickly.
We've only got 3 hours.
Gillian, let's think this all through again. We may get some kind of a hint out of it.
You're right. There may be some clue in the way they're operating.
All right. Let's go over what we know about them.
Metal, I'm also having these weird dreams about a dude wearing an eye patch out in the middle of Afghanistan. Do you know anything about that? And here the fuck we go again, folks. Alright. So we gotta go through this shit one by one. It's ultraviolet rays. Yep, it turns into cancer. We've established this ever since the first act. Their artificial skin is shit, and Peyton Westlake isn't around to make them new ones. That would be an interesting crossover. Yeah. It's just like the 80s without the cocaine. The underground. This has all been established. Why are we going over this again? We all know the answer to this as well. Aquanet saved the world. We know the answer to this as well. It's Snow 9. Sneezing. Yes, Hairspray was our hero. All those CFCs. Hoggish Greedley did nothing wrong. Snow 9. The cause for the sneezing was a Vonnegut ripoff. It was last seen in Alaska in 2005. And this is where the suspension of belief kind of starts to stretch for me a little bit. Yep, looks just like that river, doesn't it? It was brand new story material at the time. Probably added the exposition to remind themselves when developing it. Yeah, probably. Because they were all made in Moscow, that's why. It's Moscow. Yeah, these are all no-brainers. Did I say belief instead of disbelief? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to edit that out, will I? Suspension of belief. We got family coming over. We need to extend the table. You got to bring out the leaf. Snatchers run into Traminos. Yeah, it turns out Alexei Pajitnov designed their circuitry. God, I was looking up stuff about Tetris the other day, and there actually was the old, I found footage of the old Soviet computer that Alexei ran the thing on. The first version of the game. It was weird to look at. So Moscow's creator and their home.
In other words, this homing instinct thing of theirs has led them to set up their headquarters in some place that reminds them of home, or their creator.
What part of this city is like Moscow?
Moscow's really cold, right? They get a lot of snow, don't they?
Snow?
No snow has been recorded in Neo-Kobe in several years.
Well, then that's not it.
Wait, what about that pollen? That crystal bioengineered stuff, Snow 9?
Now that you mention it, wasn't it snowing on Jamie's video phone call?
That's right. Their hideout has to be somewhere close to the Ina River.
The Ina River flows for miles around here, Gillian. We could never search it all in time.
Gillian, let's look at a map of the areas investigated so far. This is an enlarged view of the southwest portion of the city around the Ina River. This blue area is that in which Snow 9 is present. Now I'll superimpose a chart of the abandoned tube liner tunnels. From this we can establish those areas with Snow 9, which are accessible by subway tunnel.
Damn. Nice try, but it's still too large. We could never cover it in 3 hours.
Live
Don't
action
give up so
Tetris
fast,
game.
Gillian. What about that image of home thing we were talking about? Maybe there's some kind of geographic similarity. Maybe the same view can be seen or something.
I'll display a map of Moscow alongside.
What's this?
Ugh.
Look, the rivers are exactly the same shape.
This is
And
the
if you
Moscow
cross your eyes, it
over here.
becomes a magic eye poster.
It looks like we're on the right track, Metal. Show us the location that Jamie and I were picked up from.
All right, right here.
Metal, before the catastrophe, what was at this location?
The headquarters for the entire Soviet Union, the Kremlin.
The Kremlin? That Snatcher said something about taking Jamie to their Kremlin.
Metal, what spot in Neo-Kobe would match up with the location of Moscow's Kremlin?
Calculating. This is the spot. It's presently occupied by an old church. It's rather large, but reports indicate it's been abandoned for nearly 20 years.
And it's right in the middle of the Snow 9 and subway area.
That's it! That's their headquarters, their new Kremlin.
Gillian, let's go!
Wait, Gillian. I want to go with you.
Sorry, Mika.
Hey, I'm a junker too, you know.
I know, and you're a great one at that.
So
What?
take me with you then.
You head to the summit to warn the delegates. They haven't given up, you know.
The summit's in Kyoto. I'm not going to be the only one to run.
You've got to convince them not to use nukes on Neo-Kobe.
We found their hideout. There's no need now to sink the whole island.
Yes, but...
It's a tough job. Can you do it?
Okay, Gillian. I'll do what I can.
Thanks. Thank you, Mika.
Don't say it, okay?
Let's go, Gillian!
Gillian?
Yes?
Uh...
What's wrong?
How about dinner sometime?
Dinner?
Yeah, you know, dinner.
Mika.
Not interested. I thought it would be nice, you know, to kick back, relax. It's Christmas after all.
Christmas, huh? I'll be back by then.
Gillian, we have to hurry.
And that's a Metal Gear 2 reference.
I heard you.
Yeah, okay. But I gotta go to church first.
I'll see you soon then.
Okay, Metal, let's go.
I can't believe... Yeah, that's actually a Metal Gear 2 reference. Because at the end of the game, Solid Snake goes, "You think we'll be home by Christmas?" And his love interest in that game just goes, possibly before dinner. How convenient we had a spare turbo cycle just lying around. Considering we drove our last one over a bridge. Good point. Well, we only have one destination. Yeah, exactly. There's no point in asking, Metal.
I've input the map data on the Kremlin's locations. Lift off. Flight configuration, now gaining altitude.
Jamie, please be safe.
Gillian,
I'm sure she's
please
fine.
keep in mind that we're working with a strict time limit.
50-year debt in 3 hours. Snow!
Snow 9, to be specific. We've entered the Snow 9 region. Please put on your breathing filter. Direct inhalation is dangerous.
All right.
Radio transmissions will also be impossible from this point on. Understood? Now
Yeah, exactly.
Conversion to hover configuration complete. Gillian, we've arrived.
Yeah, I changed my mind, Metal. Let's go back to headquarters. Nah, I'm just teasing. Any movement? Nope, nothing, huh? This is no time for levity. Yeah, probably maintained by the Snatchers. You know the deal, folks. Look and investigate. Alright, nothing else we can do now.
All right, now opening the door.
What's wrong? Won't open?
I've scanned it, and it's not locked. It is probably rusted into place.
Not surprising. After all, our friends always go in and out through the basement.
Let's push it together.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
That got it.
Yeah, but this ain't Soviet Russia. Anyway. Anybody here play a Doom mod called Ghouls Forest 3? If so, this should sound very, very familiar. So they're religious Russian robots. Say that shit 3 times fast. Religious Russian robots, religious Russian robots. Fuck, I can't do it. It's Alucard. It really is Alucard. Well, I guess between 1999 and 2035, I guess he had a lot of spare time. I could see him building a bunch of killer cyborgs, but for what purpose? Yep, it's a painting. The creator Modnar. He built the robots to mine crypto, obviously. Yes. Elijah Modnar. Speaking of Alucard, what happens when you reverse those letters? Anything, just us in the wind. Yep, let's go. Once again, the least inconspicuous alias ever. Anyway, welcome to the Technodrome. This is where they build the foot soldiers. No, I think it's more like a storage facility. Yep, they're all set to their default specs. God, these things look so weird. So they're all gender neutral right now. I guess you can call them non-binary bots. Not quite living tissue over metal endoskeleton. Well, they're waiting to get their living tissue. Like I said. What's it say? 23rd Siberian Investigative Force. The same dudes who picked you up. They're imported. Imported non-binary religious Russian robots. Okay, that's... There's no way in hell you can save that 3 times fast. Well, the only thing to do is press forward. We found their day spa. We already played Siberia, Darkstar. I think I played that last year. Actually, come to think of it, it might have been... No, yeah, it was last year.
This is where they fuse the artificial skin onto the Snatcher's endostructure. First, First, they adjust the size of the still skinless Snatcher to the size of the individual who is to be snatched. The Snatcher's overall shape and size can be adjusted by expansion or contraction of sizing rods. Their sex is controlled by gender units, which are installed at this point. Then, the face is modified to match the intended victim by adjusting the size of the upper and lower jaw, cheekbones, temporal bones, and tooth alignment.
Just like Gibson said, that means there are limits to the size of the people that they can snatch.
That's right. The limits of the mechanism mean that they can't snatch children, the elderly, or people who are very tall or heavy. And this is where the artificial muscle's attached.
Is it organic?
No. It appears to be coated with a type of plastic gel capable of mechanical response. Like human muscles, it creates mechanical energy through chemical reactions. And this is where the artificial skin is attached. In order to prevent the synthetic cells, developed using biotechnological protein design techniques, from rejecting the inorganic material below, they attach it gradually over a number of days.
And this is the stuff that gets cancer if they stay out in the sun too long.
Finally, they attach body and scalp hair. The process involves transplant of synthetic hair follicles as well, so the hair will grow back if it's lost.
What about scars or birthmarks?
It would appear that they make those adjustments at this point in the process, as they look for wrinkles to simulate age.
Yeah, I think now's a good time to save. Fat people can't get snatched. Well, you know why? I'd never be replaced by a roboclone. Yeah. I packed on a few pounds myself. I think I'm good. I guess anybody above 6 foot can't get snatched either. Yeah. Because this part gets rough. It's the shortest, but it's also the most difficult. Yes. And that beeping noise. No shack snatch. Yeah, exactly. But Muggsy Bogues is fair game. Let's check the terminals.
So this is where the whole thing begins. The endostructures arrive here from the Kremlin. Then they convert them into copies of their victims. And finally, they head out into the city using the old subway system.
With artificial skin maintenance being handled at Queen's Hospital.
But who's behind all this?
Gillian, look at this. There are some finished Snatchers over here.
Get a load of this. The U.S. President, the Prime Ministers of Japan, and the UK.
And us.
Gillian, you're in here too.
Figures. They were looking to snatch every VIP at the summit.
And the last junker, you. It definitely looks like they plan on moving out beyond Neo Kobe.
If they were to snatch every major world leader, they'd practically be able to control the planet. Still, that's odd. With their flawed skin, pulling something off like that would really be difficult.
Chin said they had found the key to developing a perfect artificial skin. Maybe they've already produced it.
No idea. But the number of Snatchers here makes it clear that they're up to something new.
Gillian, this is definitely their nest. We should destroy everything.
Not yet. Not until we found Jamie. Metal, how much time do we have left?
The summit should have begun by now. We don't have much time. And once our legal privileges are suspended, I won't be able to help. In fact, I'll be forced to restrain you.
I know. If the military wants to avoid nukes and goes for a surgical strike on this facility, what would they likely use?
Probably a phased particle beam from one of the attack satellites.
Phased particle beam, huh? That'll wipe this complex right off the map.
Everything, including the soil, will simply evaporate. The attack will leave just a large crater.
Metal, can you convince them to give me another hour? Even 30 minutes will help.
Understood. I'll try my best.
And I'll try to find and rescue Jamie in that time.
I can't transmit here due to interference from the Snow 9. I'll have to leave the area and then send the message.
All right. Do it, Metal.
Gillian, don't forget. 30 minutes. You must get out before then.
I understand.
Gillian, I'm sorry I couldn't help you better.
Don't worry about it. I'll be able to move faster by myself anyway. 30 minutes should be plenty. Go,
It's
Metal.
a bad idea.
Yes, sir. Don't forget. 30 minutes.
"30 minutes? Oh, this is gonna be tight. That room's the only place left to check. Let's take a look.
Man, am I glad I saved. Hey, Alex, you're just in time, because here's the Gauntlet. Damn it. Jesus, I forgot how bad that part was.
Ooh, I wasn't ready for that. They almost got me.
They did get you.
All right.
Once.
Let's open the next door.
We're not done yet. Ready for round 2?
Doesn't look like there's anything here. Whoa!
Damn it. Shit. Yeah, that part is tough. So we gotta do the insector fight over again. God, I hate this.
I wasn't ready for that. They almost got me. All right, let's open the next door. Doesn't look like there's anything here. Whoa!
Bullshit. Damn it! I don't remember this being this hard.
Whew. I wasn't ready. For that. They almost got me. All right, let's open the next door.
Yeah, I don't care.
Doesn't look like there's anything here.
Yeah, because I think I'm getting stick drift off of this controller.
These guys are tough. Of course, I didn't exactly expect them to welcome me with open arms. Okay, let's try this next door.
Alright, round 3 time. Ready?
Jamie, are you all right?
Gillian, you came for me.
Are you hurt?
No, they won't lay a finger on me. Not until the new artificial skin is completed anyway.
Artificial skin research? You?
Gillian, I've got my memory back. All of it.
What happened? Tell me, Jamie.
They said they'd kill him. They said they'd kill Harry. They
Yeah,
forced
about
me.
that.
I had to help them with the skin development. They said I had to help them because the professor was ill. Wasn't getting any better. Gillian, the engineer Harry, he's our son. He's been living on his own now for 50 years.
Jamie, I'm afraid that Harry's...
There was nothing I could do. They forced me. But I can't do it anymore.
Jamie!
The professor, he just died. He was over 100.
The professor? What? This old man?
Don't you remember? It's Professor Modnar. Professor Petrovich Modnar.
What?
Petrovich.
This old man is Modnar?
He's been confined here for 3 years now, just to develop the Snatcher's artificial skin. Terrible. Doing that to your own father.
Whose father? Jamie, I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
You really can't remember, can you?
Jamie, tell me. Tell me who I am. What were we doing at the Kremlin?
Are you sure you really want me to, Gillian? It's all so awful, but if you must know, I'll tell you.
Petrovich
Try to
Mad...
remain calm, okay?
I'll tell you later.
56 years ago, you and I were involved in a top-secret Soviet project. It was still during the time of the Cold War. The gulf between East and West was as wide as ever. Everybody was worried about nukes.
Oh, God.
At that point, the world's armies were at their largest ever. Leaders still believed that a strong military meant a strong nation. There were rumors that there would be an agreement to end the production of nuclear weapons. On the other hand, the major powers like the US began to get involved in a space weapons race. But not the Soviets. The conservative despots in the Kremlin had another, completely different idea for gaining military superiority. A horrible plan, something no one else would think of. At that time, the countries of the communist bloc were facing an economic crisis. Popular movements pushing for democracy were springing up all over. Communism itself was facing extinction. Facing pressure from the reformers, the Kremlin began to panic. And that's when that horrible, childish plan was launched.
And that was the Snatcher project. Replace your enemy's leaders with puppets of your own. Then you control their governments, their economies, take over a country from the inside out.
That's right, Gillian. And to develop these robots, they assembled some of the most brilliant scientific minds from around the world. Some of them were even brought in against their will. At the crux of that development effort was a group called the Frankenstein Project Team. You and I were members of that
Lovely
team,
name.
Gillian. It was a 4-person team led by the late Professor Modnar here. The robotics expert was Professor Modnar himself. His son, Elijah Modnar, handled genetics and microbiology. For nanobiology and picobiology, myself. And for behavioral science and psychology, you, Gillian. Early development was carried out at a lab in Novosibirsk, but was later moved to a secret facility under the Kremlin. At the time, the Glasnost and Perestroika movements were gaining momentum, and they rightly feared for the existence of the program if it should become known. But some of the reformers did learn of the project, and they conspired with the US to block it. Gillian, you were a CIA special agent sent by the United States to infiltrate and sabotage the project.
I was CIA?
Yes, and the government knows that. That's why you were assigned to the Junker team.
Jamie, do you know anything about a guy in an eye patch?
Who am I?
Work on the project continued to go smoothly. But then, on June 6th, 1996, there was that accident. A mysterious explosion at the Chernobyl facility spread a bacterial weapon that was under development there into the atmosphere, destroying the country and the project. Gillian, was it you? Did you set off that explosion?
What? You can't be serious. You think I caused the catastrophe?
Somehow, during the confusion, Professor Modnar and our son Harry managed to get picked up by American agents. But we couldn't get out in time, you and I and Elijah. In a shelter below the Kremlin, we entered a cryogenic sleep. Our plan was to sleep there until the toxic effects of the bacteria were safely passed.
And then 48 years later, 3 years ago, we were discovered by the 17th Special Investigative Force.
Yes, but when they found us, Elijah's pod was already empty.
Elijah Modnar? That guy whose picture was in the church? The one that looks like Random?
Or Alucard?
That's right, Elijah is alive! Elijah is here and working on the Snatchers.
Why don't you let me finish your little story?
That's a Kojima game. There wouldn't be anything without exposition.
Who's there?
It's been a while, hasn't it, Jamie? Ah, yes. And Gillian.
Oh, well, it's definitely not Alucard. He wouldn't look like that over
It's me,
after only
Jamie.
50 years.
Elijah? Is that really you?
Random? No. Not quite.
Backwards.
So, you remember me, do you? I am Elijah Modnar, the only son of Professor Petrovich Modnar. I'm afraid
also invented
I've
the Metal
grown
Gear.
somewhat old and feeble since we last met, however.
Elijah, why are you doing this? Your father, Professor Modnar, he passed away a few minutes ago.
What? My father? My father is dead?
Elijah, what happened to you? The Elijah I knew could never do anything like this.
I've changed, Jamie. These 40 years have changed me.
I can't believe it. What happened to you?
What happened to me? Jamie, do I actually have to explain it to you? Jamie, it's you. Your beauty is the cause of all that has come to pass here. 57 years ago,
Are you
I was
serious?
obsessed. With my research, yes. And with you, Jamie. At the time, I was still young, having just graduated with my genetic engineering degree. My father's connections got me on the team, and there, I met you. You were working as my father's assistant. Your beauty, your smile, I was stricken. I saw something in you that I never felt with women of my own country. You warmed my cold, young heart, Jamie. You opened me up, and I couldn't stop my feelings.
Elijah.
Oh, I was so happy. The political situation was crumbling around us, but every day was a joy. I gained my father's trust, and with you there watching over me, I was able to work as hard as I ever have on the project.
So you're telling me this whole
However,
plot was...
my happiness did not last for long. Gillian, it was you.
Exactly.
You showed up and all was
Fucking
ruined.
incels ruined everything.
You arrived and joined our project team. Far from home, Jamie found comfort in a man from the same land. Your relationship grew quickly, and all I could do was stand by and watch. Jamie and Gillian fell in love, were joined, and even had a child.
Harry.
Even then, my feelings for you only grew stronger. Worried about me, my father tried to have me removed from the project, but I persisted. Jamie, I always wanted to be near you. And then, The democratic movements that had consumed the rest of the Eastern Bloc spread to our country as well. The Cold War was over. The hardliners who had pushed for its development were stripped of power and the project was cancelled. The reformers, trying to cover up the existence of such a crazed project, ordered that all materials related to it be destroyed and that we stand trial for our actions. Jamie
Yes.
and Gillian were to be
This man
returned to
needs a
their
trilby.
homeland. That's about the time that I learned that you, Gillian, that you were a CIA agent, and that you were trying to pass documents on our research to your military. The country had sold us out. I'm no politician. I couldn't care less about what happened to the country. All I cared about was my research and Jamie. And I was to lose all of that, everything. For someone so young, you cannot understand how great of a shock that was.
Elijah.
That is when I decided, I swore I would see that secret, crazed project through to the end. At the time, the bioroids were 80% finished. The main part, their endostructure, was essentially completed. But we still were having trouble with the artificial skin, the area that Jamie and I were assigned to. We called it artificial skin, but there was of course no need to duplicate T lymphocytes, Langerhans cells, or endocrine cells. All we needed was keratinized cells and melanocytes to provide the pigment. With the artificial protein development techniques that we had in those days, full-scale synthetic cell development was very difficult. Research like this took months, years.
Yep, you can tell it's a
The
Kojima
original
game.
project called for us to simultaneously snatch an entire country. In other words, a whole nation, or an entire city had to be snatched over the course of one night. For that reason, a powerful biological agent, which could quickly and effectively kill the population of the country, was being simultaneously developed.
Lucifer Alpha.
That's right. A type RAO11 virus which another team was developing. For someone like myself, who was closely involved in the project, blowing up the lab was quite a simple task.
My God, Elijah, do you know what you're saying? That explosion killed half the world's population.
I moved all the materials and records essential to the Bioroid project into the shelter and executed my plan on June 6th. After sealing off the lab, I brought the two of you with me to the underground shelter and we entered a cryogenic sleep. But not before I programmed an atmospheric research satellite to transmit a wake signal when the danger from Lucifer Alpha had passed.
And 10 years later, Lucifer Alpha naturally mutated into a non-toxic form.
But the automatic revival system failed to work.
Oh no, it worked. Just as planned. It revived me 10 years later. A little sooner than the two of you, of course.
But even though you sealed the lab with the explosion and everything, you should have been exposed. Why weren't you?
Oh, I was. But by that time, the vaccine L-Angels had already been developed.
So everything went just as you planned it then.
Yes, up until that point. But my real struggle was yet to come. My original plan was to revive
Erectile
Jamie as well,
dysfunction.
and for the two of us to finish the development of the bioroids. You, Gillian, you were to stay asleep forever. But I just couldn't bring myself to do it. Not after looking at Jamie's peaceful face there in the pod.
Oh my lord.
Besides, I could never have convinced her to work with me on the project anyway.
I killed half the
I knew
world
the
because I
time
couldn't
was
get
not
laid.
yet right. So I changed the timers of your pods to permanent on.
How could you do such a thing?
And so for the next 40 years, I worked alone in that cold and lonely room under the Kremlin, trying to complete the artificial skin for the Snatchers. For days and days, no one would visit me. I never saw the sun or felt the changing of the seasons. Still, I always had Jamie by my side. You were always there for me to talk to.
Okay, this is getting kind of redundant.
You and I for 40 years
Elijah.
in that dark cellar.
Oh, you poor, poor man.
Jamie.
Then, 3 years ago, my research was finally completed. First, I snatched the Siberian Special Investigative Forces to establish a transport route for the Snatchers. And then, to test the effect of large-scale snatch operations, I chose Neo-Kobe City to be my experimental sample. Neo-Kobe is cut off from the surrounding areas, a sort of miniature country in itself, making it a perfect test site. And since it's a melting pot of various races, it would also allow me to gather extensive data on Snatcher modification and operational techniques. In addition, the element of suspicion or mistrust, which runs deep in Japanese culture, was another reason I chose this site.
But your test revealed a critical flaw in your machine's artificial skin.
Yes, quite unexpected, I'm afraid. All my research for 40 years. I gathered data and worked day and night to find a solution, but nothing seemed to work.
So that's why you decided to bring Professor Modnar here, right?
That's correct. I discovered my father in one of the government's hospitals. He was old, but still very sound of mind. Naturally, he would not cooperate with me.
Of course not. He'd never become involved in something like that.
So, unable to receive his assistance, I decided that I had to have yours. But a mistake on my part allowed both you and Gilian to be taken into custody by the authorities first.
Just what are you trying to accomplish, Elijah? You must know you can never get Jamie back.
I'm only interested in discovering what I can of the human animal. In the past, it was because of Jamie. My motive is different now.
It sounds like you're just suffering from the wild arrogance that corrupts so many scientists.
Humans are such weak
Newer
creatures.
New York.
No matter how much they trust one another, the tiniest speck of suspicion can destroy it all.
Have you ever watched The
Look
Twilight
at how
Zone?
the Snatcher problem has caused such wild unrest. No matter how much science advances or how high we set our ideals, we eventually begin to suspect each other, to hate each other, and then to kill each other. The Snatchers are nothing more than a tool for bringing out this reaction. I am simply using the Snatchers to elicit the true nature of the human animal. I think this experiment has shown me the limits of human society. I sincerely doubt it will be able to reach any greater level of prosperity on its own. If human society ever hopes to reach greater heights, what is needed is an absolute leader, a firm ruler who isn't affected by these trivial episodes of mistrust.
You're crazy if you think people would ever obey Snatchers.
Of course they wouldn't. But if they don't know, they cannot object. There has been a time in every age that the people have longed for a god to lead them. As long as they give the people no
robot
reason
god.
to suspect them, then they can easily become their gods. Indeed, a new race of super beings. We are almost there. Once we perfect the artificial skin, Snatchers will transcend man to become this planet's true human beings.
But you'll never get your perfect skin now. Professor Modnar is dead.
I no longer have any use for my father. I have a sample of the new skin he developed. Once I've analyzed it, I'll be able to make as much as I need. Or if need be, we could simply culture the keratinized cells, epithelial cells, and melanocytes in the quantities that we need.
What are you talking about? How could you get a sample of perfected artificial skin?
Why don't
I know
you
how.
take a look at this? We found this in the rubble of Queen's Hospital.
Hi, Random.
Random!
Oh, an acquaintance of yours?
He's a Snatcher?
That term isn't exactly accurate. This bioroid was constructed by my father without my knowledge. He modeled it after me in my youth. He built it right here in this facility. And not only that, he programmed it to destroy Snatchers. This bioroid caused me serious difficulties. It's designed and built far better than my Snatchers. The machine itself thought it was human. My father input memories for it all the way back to childhood. Those too were apparently mine. Haven't you yet realized? Random Hajil is Elijah Modnar spelled backwards.
We figured it out halfway through Act 2, buddy.
Like my father, silly old man. He did virtually
Fucking
overnight
Kojima.
what I could not do in 40 years of effort. Furthermore, he makes a bioroid so perfect, even the bioroid itself believes itself to be real. What's more, the cells of the skin he developed are self-replicating. Once in place, no further transplants or culturing is necessary.
Is he dead?
Its main and locomotive systems are completely shut down. It's just scrap now. But the artificial skin is being kept alive. This we need. With this, we can move to phase 2 of our plan of full-scale infiltration of the world's major nations.
The summit's already over. You'll never succeed.
What does the summit matter? Nothing holds us back now that we have this perfect skin. We can go anywhere we want, and there will be no way to tell us apart. I will have free control over the world. Nothing will be able to stop me. Politics and free thought will no longer have any meaning. My will alone will decide the course of human history.
You egomaniac. Do you think you can snatch the entire population?
There's a fully automated Snatcher factory under the Kremlin. Even as we speak, scores of new Snatchers are being born.
But no matter how hard you try, you won't be able to snatch the people's heart and soul. What do you hope to gain from this anyway?
Jamie, the human race is composed of fools. But I'm different. I will be its savior.
I've heard this before.
Indeed, not just of mankind, but of all life on the planet.
I'm afraid that won't be possible.
Metal!
Yes.
In 10 minutes, this church will be struck by a phased particle beam. I am guiding the beam from the attack satellite using GPS and 15 navigational satellites. The beam cannot miss. Everything in a 2 to 3 kilometer radius from me will be destroyed.
Stop this foolishness now. I will not have my research destroyed by some souped-up pocket calculator.
Metal! What happened at the summit?
The delegates, worried about the Snatcher menace, voted unanimously to allow the use of nuclear weapons on the city. The military is presently imposing a quarantine on Neo Kobe.
What? Do they intend to kill everybody?
Yeah.
The populace is in a state of panic. However, they have agreed to lift the quarantine if this church is struck by the phased particle beam. This is our last chance. I will handle things here. Gillian, Jamie, you two must flee.
You insignificant mass of metal. You'll never...
One move and I detonate. Gillian, run!
Metal, this is crazy!
We can't
For real,
let
right?
Snatcher get out of here. And this new artificial skin has to be destroyed as well.
I will not allow some talking scrap pile to get away with this. If you were the aiming point for the beam, then I'll just have you thrown out of here. Grab this little one and take him out of here.
Uh-oh. They're all booting up. I gotta admit those things. Not Metal Gear.
Metal!
Cowardly little robot.
You always were a real pain in the butt.
What's that?
What? How did... You're supposed to be deactivated.
I don't go down that easy, old man.
Stop this foolish
Shut up! Let's try to make our final moments peaceful, shall we? And you Snatchers, you touch the little guy and the old man's head comes off. Random! I've always hated being used. Why don't you watch the final act with me?
Yes, exactly. Brave little toaster.
Gillian, you only have 5 minutes. The turbo cycle is just outside on standby. Use that to flee.
Let me go. I'm Elijah Modnar. I'm your original.
I'm you, backwards.
I don't care if I'm an original or a copy or what. You and I are gonna die right here. If we both die, there won't be a copy anymore now, will there?
The stupid logic of a simpleton, of a machine.
Whatever it is, it's my will.
Machines have no will. Machines cannot sacrifice themselves.
We'll see about that.
You have 4 minutes. You must go. And don't forget to take care of the factory under the Kremlin.
Stop!
Gillian, even if these memories in my head are fiction... Yeah, I know what you mean. Our memories of our time together are all too real, Random. Gillian, you become one hell of a junker.
Gillian, it has been most recreational being your partner.
Oh, metal.
If you can, try to pick up the pieces
They
for
made a
me,
live-action
okay?
Neil McDonough.
Like we did for Little John.
I'll have to look him up when I'm
Little John?
done.
Oh, okay, Metal.
Hurry! You only have 3 minutes.
Thanks. Thanks, you two. Jamie, come on.
I think there'd be a lot of legal issues if they try to make a live-action version of this, though.
No! Don't let her go! No!
You pathetic old fool.
You ain't getting laid
You don't
tonight.
even know how to love someone.
You stupid machine! What is that idiotic grin supposed to mean?
By snatching you, I'm finally gonna get my real self back.
Random, there's less than 1 minute to go. Thanks to you, everything will be fine.
You don't owe me any thanks. Sorry to get you involved in such a big job. You did great. You're a hell of a junker.
3, 2, 1, here it comes!
Later, kid!
Whoa! Jesus. I think they set the gain a little bit too high.
So you're really going, aren't you?
It's our responsibility, too. Besides, if I go to Moscow, I may get some of my memory back. And if that happens, I'll be able to love you even more than I do now. Wait for me. I want to be with you, but first I've got to destroy this terrible factory of theirs. Jamie, when I get back, let's try living together again. What do you say?
We'll be waiting for you, too.
Katrina! Mika! You're here, too?
You better be happy, Buster, with all these beautiful women seeing you off.
I'm happy you came. Let me introduce my wife.
Jamie Seed. I suppose it's a little odd introducing myself a second time, though.
What do you mean? You've never met them before, have you?
What are you talking about, Gillian? We're good friends.
Huh? Since when?
It's the first time I've met her in person, but I've spoken with her on the video phone a lot of times.
We all talk shit about you behind your back,
Have you guys
Gillian.
been talking about me behind my back?
Oh, that's right. They really make you do this. I forgot. You do owe her dinner, Gillian. They were playing Girl Talk. Yeah. Or was it Dream Phone? Yeah, thanks for telling me my dog died, Gillian. Dick. This music sounds like something out of Pilot Wings. Nah. So? This is the music you hear in a dating sim that you have super serious talk before it becomes unstreamable content. Yeah.
So have they finalized what they're going to do about junker operations? I suppose this will end up being our last mission, huh?
Well, originally they were planning on disbanding the team, but now they've decided to keep us in business.
So that means...
That's right. We've been designated as one of the government's special police divisions. That puts us above the regular cops.
So the government has decided that crime by machines poses a bigger threat than crime by humans from here on out, huh?
They've chosen the new chief, too. So when you get back, you'll get to meet the new head honcho.
Well, it's comforting to know I've got a place I can come back to.
Well, it could be worse. You could still be enlisted.
Whatever you do, just come home safe, okay? When you get back from this job, you still have a dinner date to keep with me, you know.
Don't worry. I won't forget my promises to either of you. Oops, almost forgot. Of course, I'll want to spend some private moments with my wife, too, huh? What's wrong, Jamie?
Oh.
Harry and I will be waiting for you to get home.
That's Harry's hat.
We can do it this time, Gillian. Not some fake couple like before, but with love and trust.
I know, Jamie.
Take care, Gillian.
I'll see you, Jamie.
As soon as I get back, we're making it a replacement Harry.
Wait for me! Take me with you, please!
You?
That's right.
Metal?
Yes, sir! We didn't have a good frame to work with, so this is just a temporary body. Just call me Metal Gear, Sega CD for now.
So they found your memory
Yep.
chip in one piece, eh?
Random protected it from the blast of the beam.
Random, huh? Wait a second. I've heard that sneeze somewhere before.
Really? I didn't hear anything. Anyway, I want to know if you'll take me with you. Please, Gillian, please take me with you.
Hurry up and get on board, partner.
Yes, sir, Gillian.
Yeah, and depending on what console you're playing it on is what console they strap his body to at the end of the game. So it could be a PlayStation, a PC Engine, or a Sega Saturn.
Throughout history, suspicion has always bred conflict.
And this is Kojima pontificating.
The real conflict, though, resides in people's hearts.
Yes.
This conflict has just begun.
Except this game never got a sequel. The closest we got to a sequel was that one DLC mission for Metal Gear Solid 5. And it got a prequel as well, but it was only a radio drama involving Jean-Jacques Gibson. So that was Snatcher. Yep. This has become my Christmas tradition ever since 2009. Every year I play this game. Moral of the story, trust the motherfucker. Exactly. But yeah, ever since 2009 I've played this every Christmas. Like usually the days leading up to it. I originally tried playing the MSX version, but it was virtually unplayable. Like, that is one of the worst ports of this game ever. The load times are atrocious. The music's good. But I'm just gonna let the credits play out. Oh, we've only been at this for like an hour and a half. I feel like I should play something else just to pad time out, but I'm not sure what. I was thinking like playing a little bit of SD Snatcher, but I could not get it to work. I don't know, maybe I'll just fire up another Genesis game just to kill a little bit of time before we leave, but on second thought, it's already 9 p.m. I gotta get stuff ready because I gotta pack. I'm gonna go visit my folks tomorrow and Christmas Day. That's why I wanted to get this done tonight, because this way I can close out Cyberpunk Xmas and everybody else can enjoy the festivities, as it were. But yeah, until they re-release this game, this is probably the definitive version of it. And it's definitely the best way to play it, that's for sure. And like I said, for 1994, the voice acting was actually really good. At a time where they would just, they would use the localization team for the game to actually voice the characters with disastrous results. Anybody who's played Mega Man 8 knows what I'm talking about there. I will, sir. Yeah, next year I'll have to do something else. I mean, I'll still play it. I'm still gonna play this, but I'm not gonna stream it. This is actually the second time I've streamed this game. I streamed it back in 2017 for another channel. I'm trying to think what I should do for next year. If I can get Police Knots to work. You'll be paying my therapy bill for reminding me of Mega Man 8 voice acting. I think we can find some energy in the Wada womb, Mega Man. If we find that meteor, we'll find Dr. Wawi. Well, no, like I said, I'm going to play it. I'm just not going to stream it. But next year, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to stream, and I have a few ideas in mind. I do want to play Dr. Wu. I do want to play Police Nauts, which is another game like this that Kojima made. It was his, yeah, he made it shortly before Metal Gear Solid, actually. But anyway, that's it. That's Snatcher. It is 9:03. You know what? Screw it. What would be a good overtime game? I'm not entirely sure. Eliminate Down, Forgotten Worlds, Ghostbusters. Now that the time for that is definitely past. I can help you get your emulator situation up and optimized. Hit me up after Christmas and I'll head down your way. I'm trying to think, what would be a good thing to play to kind of... You know what the hell? I got some time left over. It's not exactly a cyberpunk game, but I figured the end of Snatcher would be the end of the, Fuck it, let's just play some let's play some Comic Zone. Why the hell not?
Test 1, 2.
I haven't played this in a while. We'll play like one round until we game over, and then I'll cut the stream. I do enjoy this game. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? But which version? You're right, but you know what? Okay, fine. Die Hard it is. Nice, the one game I never got to beat that I need to. Oh, what, Comic Zone? I might save that for another retro night. But anyway, you asked for it, you got it. You want to see the crappiness that is Die Hard for the NES? Because here it comes. Any version, the good one. Oh, you ain't getting the good one. Oh wait, Justin, do you mean the one for the Turbo Graphics? Because I can play that one too. We'll play the NES version first because it's absolute shit and I love it. Drop your weapon, cowboy. We'll do beginner. Oh, that's right, you hold B to run. Oh, I got flashbang. Yeah, this game is hard. And I love you have two separate life bars for your actual health and for your feet. It's just so dumb. Wait. Did I get off on the wrong floor? Yeah, I did. I got one of them. God damn. Which one of these guys is Carl? The precursor to Hotline Miami. Rob, that's actually Mission Impossible for the NES. Hotline Miami actually directly lifted some sprites from that game. This looks as much like Die Hard as Friday the 13th looked like on his source material for the Commodore. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. I need some foot medicine. Look for his brother. Exactly. Oh, I'm out of feet. Get that tough acting tonight. Yes. I got one hit left before I'm dead. I don't think running out of feet actually kills you, it just slows you down. I hate running out of feet. Yeah. Alright, you know what? Screw this. I'm out of here. Bye-bye. Running out of feet is Quentin Tarantino's worst nightmare. Alright, fuck this. Okay, let's play the other one now. That's the wrong window. Alright. Okay. Since we... Just for you, Justin, I'm playing the good one this time. Neo Tokyo. Played Dynamite Cop. I don't have Dynamite Cop, Rob. Otherwise, I would. Welcome to Die Hard for the TurboGrafx 16. There's your 16-bit Bruce Willis. So, unfortunately, I don't know how to... Hold on a sec. There's got to be a way to raise the volume on this thing. That sound's coming out really low. Oh, that's why. There, that should be a little bit better. Should be a little bit louder now. Can you guys hear the game a little bit better? Oh, so we didn't even start anywhere close to the Nakatomi Plaza. Why does it got us out in the woods? How do you say yippee-ki-yay motherfucker in Japanese? That's right, we only start with a punch. But we'll solve that quickly. And now I got people shooting fireworks off outside my building. Good. Oh no, not those two guys. So now this is an impromptu Christmas retro night, apparently. A short little overtime mode for all of you that stuck through Snatcher. God, that gun sounds so weak. This looks like upgraded Metal Gear. Yeah, except there's no semblance on stealth, unfortunately. Can't hit him from up there. Can I jump and hit him? Yes. I guess Holly was so pissed off she just chucked him out in the middle of the woods after they had that fight. I was watching Hudson Hawk the other day, of all things. No shit, Eddie. Does it look like I'm ordering a pizza? Oh good, I got more ammo for my... I'm not even sure what kind of gun this is. It looks like an MP5. Nope, I got a vest. So, the one thing I do like about this game, and I think I might have mentioned it already, but my short-term memory is really, really awful, is that the more damaged John McClane is in this game... Yeah, I watched it on Netflix too. Oop, that looks handy. I don't remember McClane getting a grenade launcher in this movie. I think it would have been a much shorter movie if that were the case. I will say this, my favorite movie in the series isn't the first one, it's actually With a Vengeance, the third one. I think it's because of the dynamic between Bruce Willis and Samuel L. Jackson in that movie. They were like the perfect foils to one another. You got the blue tune. Exactly. So where now? Oh no, we just won. That doesn't look like Bruce Willis. You know who that looks like? That looks like Anthony Edwards. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what made it work for me. Look, if you have to shoot me, then you go ahead and you shoot me. But I have to answer this phone. I just killed Carl. Oh no, that was oh god, what was his name? Anyway, I got his grenade launcher, so that's handy. God, this music is so weird. How did we get teleported to Vietnam? What time period are we in? I'd rather have the MP5 than the grenade launcher. Grenade launcher's too slow. Not a fan of this music. Really expensive water feature. Yeah, right? I gotta get back to my own time. I gotta save my wife from terrorists. But I'm stuck in Vietnam. Yeah, we're getting low on health. You can tell because our tank top turned gray. I think if we get below half health, our tank top disappears and we're like bloody and shirtless. Hollywood Magic, they had to reuse the set from Rambo. Yes. We're in First Blood Part 2. That's where John McClane met John Rambo. And they decided if they ever met up back in the world, they'd open their own theme restaurant. Not a fan of the single action here. Where the fuck am I even going? I hate maze levels, I really do. And I don't remember Hans Gruber having this many men. It was only like, what, 7 people on that team? I hate to say it, but as, you know, as prettier as this game is, the NES version is actually slightly more accurate. Please tell me this is the right way. Thank you. We're done. And now we're actually in the building proper. I wonder if a bunch of famous Indian actors got together and created Planet Hollywood. They did an epic rap battle between John McClane, John Rambo, and John Wick. Oh, really? John Wick? Please tell me they threw in John Matrix in there. Art Schwarzenegger from Commando. I feel like they had a missed opportunity. Where the fuck am I? jump. Oh, Planet Bollywood, yeah. Oh, this place is another maze, isn't it? Okay. Oh, now they take more than one hit. What the hell did I pick up? Oh, health. Oh, crap, I can't go back. If I miss those bonus rooms, I really missed them, huh? Wait, oh god, it really is a maze. If you pick the wrong path, it just sends you back. Oh, god damn it. Oh, wait, maybe not. Let's see how far I can get through this turkey. Is it only one life? I think it is. Oh god, and I just realized we're on a time limit. Alright, we'll pick this door this time, Monty. I really do feel like I'm playing Last Alert. I will say I am actually cool with dying here. Totally cool with it. Oh my god, it sent me back to the start again. Yep, we are back at the start. So I guess a wrong turn sends you know what? Just shoot me. Fucking shoot me. I'm done. I'm absolutely done with this. Just yeah. There you go, guys. There we go. And I think I'm good on Die Hard. But I got time for one more. I just got to figure out one thing I want to play. I'm just not sure what. What's a good Christmassy type? John McClane with the McHops. Yeah, exactly. Let's see. What would be good? I don't know. You guys, I got any suggestions? I got one more thing I can play before I call it a night. So, if you guys want to go out with a bang, let me know. I've got one or two ideas of what I want to play. But if I have it, you want me to play it, I'll play it. I don't have Dynamite Cop, unfortunately. You know what? I know what I can play. I know what we'll end on. You know what? We'll end on another movie game. It's not a Cyberpunk game, and it's not a Christmas game, but fuck it. I feel like playing it. So we're going to play it. – There it is. And here we go. Close enough. Let's do it. We're playing Aliens. This is the game. This is the game that actually got me into the franchise and made me a fan. Hopefully this isn't too loud. We'll end on this. Yeah, but I don't have the Gremlins game, Rob. Here we go. Let's see if I can 1cc this bitch. The aliens. It may have. So again, Konami. And they took a lot of liberties with this. That's stage one over. Trying to make this quick. Come on. Aliens of every color of the rainbow. Damn, I missed. Missed two. Ah, my wrist. I'm not as young as I used to be. Like I said, they had to take a lot of liberties with this one. I think they did that so that her hair would show up better on screen. This music sounds something between Doom and Duke Nukem. My flamethrower back. These things just spawn out of nowhere. The special edition. Yes. Oh, that was bullshit. I did not... Well, we got hit once. It's not good. I have been able to one credit this game. I've never been able to get through it deathless. Hey, welcome to the elevator shaft. Ginger Ripley's shiny rip. Yes. I forget when they come down on the roof. Oh, there we go. Yeah, my reflexes have slowed. This is good. There should be two coming down from the ceiling. Yep. Knew it. I played this a lot. After this should be two more, and then that should be the end of the elevator ride, and then we should be done. Just gotta be careful with the stick, it's very sensitive. As you can tell, for those occasions where I shoot up. I didn't lose a single wire. Still got it. Doesn't give me any points, but what the hell. Yeah, I don't remember there being zombies in Aliens either. Alright, mini boss coming up here. This thing. Goes. It likes to change direction. Good night. We should get our first extra life, and our only extra life in this game. There we go. Or cockroach balls. These guys will eventually just fuck off on their own. There's no point in even trying to fight them. Whoop! There they go. Just trying to compensate for the fact that I'm using the analog stick and not the D-pad, because the D-pad on this thing is completely fucked. I do have my old arcade stick too. I could probably use that. Yeah, unlike the movie, the flamethrower is the most powerful weapon. And remember, folks, we have a Class 2 rating. So we can drive this loader. More of those things. Almost caught it. How I didn't get hit there is anybody's guess. And of course, we inexplicably lose it here. We get our flamethrower back, so that's good enough, I guess. I gotta stop taking risks like that. And I lost the bombs. I forgot they disappear after 2 cycles. Just like the power-ups. Yeah, we're playing the World ROM set, which censors out all the blood. Oh yeah, some of the liberties Konami took with this game get downright goofy later. Bastard! Jesus! Alright, boss time. Hopefully I can keep my flamethrower and not get hit. You can never tell when the bottom tentacles are going to come out of this thing. Ooh, global censorship. Shit! I almost got it. Gotta get rid of those bottom two, otherwise I'm in serious shit. Okay, good. It's just the top arms now. Fuck, here we go! Die. Shit, I think something landed on my nose. I can't wipe it away. Finally. Ah, god damn it. Oh god, jeez, I forgot about this. I did not mean to fire that. Three more stages to go. And we're done with the APC levels. Oh, this is the worst spawn. That's it. I need health badly. Shit! That facehugger fucked me up. Alright. This is not good. Now this thing's gonna take forever to kill. You know what? I'm fine with this. If I had my flamethrower, this fucker would be dead already. I hate that fucking thing. I am not in good shape. Oh yeah, I'm in god-awful shape now. have to be super fucking careful here. Shit. Should be one more coming out of that window, yeah. Vent time. Sure they come in from behind too. Yep. Rat bastards. I fucked up picking up that missile. Problem is I gotta take this real slow now. I can't just burn my way through this. There should be more health out here. You know, if I don't just die. Don't care. I got what I came for, finally. This is the worst level to lose your weapon on. Alright, I know how this song and dance goes. Yep. Did not want to drop down there. You lose out on a lot of points, but who gives a fuck about points? I certainly don't. The other annoying part of this game. Or at least the stage. I hate this. One down. Two down. I really fucked up this level. Now time to run the Gauntlet again. Shit. Go for the ladder. I don't think I'm 1CCing this unless by some stroke of luck. Oh, there's health. bombs. These purple dickheads. Yeah, electric aliens. Speaking of taking liberties. First part isn't so bad. Here we go. That was risky. That was risky as hell. I should not have done that. Get the fuck out of my face. 2 more stages to go. This one is rough. It's short, but it's rough. Flying bastards. Get the hell out of my face. I don't think I could stomach another one of these movies after Covenant, Boss Man. Enough of this bullshit. You know what time it is. That's right, it's time to pay respects to Her Majesty. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck all of you. Damn it! I can only take 2 more hits. Final level. And there we go. No 1cc for me. Well, we might as well at least finish this. God damn it. If I hadn't screwed up on level 5, I would have done it. Bastards. Yep, goo aliens. This is why exactly everyone needs an M56 smart gun. Ghosty, what's going on, sir? Or madam, or wherever you lie in the spectrum. I've never met you in person, so I don't know. Most everyone else here I can account for. And then there's this asshole. who's just a jerk. And this thing is a run killer. It really is. Like, usually it's this thing that keeps me from getting a 1 credit clear. Because I never know where the sucker's gonna move. And it just farts out its little facehugger babies all over the map. See, it goes right for me. Alright, people. Time for the final boss. Welcome to the sausage. Yeah. Now, if I haven't died and had to use a quarter at this point, this would be a lot more tense. No, I was talking about the boss. Yeah, Her Majesty again. Yeah, I was just, if I didn't pad things out, the stream would have only been like an hour and a half. So I just padded it out for an extra hour. We just played like Die Hard and stuff. Yep, this is the game that got me into the franchise. Like, I was playing it with a friend of mine, Scott, in 3rd grade. And I'm just like, this is awesome! He's just like, yeah, but the movie's better. I'm like, there's a movie? Keep in mind, I was like 7, 8 years old at the time. Begged my parents to rent the first one for me when I was younger. And I'm doing awful. Yeah, if I were on a 1cc run, this would be a lot more tense of a fight. I would not be making this many errors. Of course, I would be sweating bullets and my hands would be shaking right now. Here we go. You gotta tap the button to keep it. And that's it. Embarrassing. I had to use 2 friggin' quarters on this. I can do so much better. I gotta practice this. Yeah, I saw your message. Dropped her like the penguin in Mario 64. So we ended with a Konami game. And I think that is good for tonight. Oh, yep. So, we did pretty good. We got through all of Snatcher. Had a little bit of time left over. But I want to thank everybody that showed up for the finale tonight. And I probably won't be back streaming again until, God, probably not until New Year's, I would say. Maybe like a day or 2 before New Year's, because I'm going to be visiting my folks. And then, I don't know, I know on the 28th I'm going to go see Matrix Resurrections with a group of people. So I won't be streaming that night. And I don't know, so I guess maybe the next time we'll stream maybe the 29th. Who knows? But again, I want to thank you all for showing up. Really appreciate it. Definitely leave a like before you leave tonight. And I hope you all have a wonderful holiday. I hope you get whatever's on your lists and you spend time with the people that mean the most to you. until next time, thank you for everything. Merry Christmas and good night.